Hello class, and welcome to the presentation of my final paper for Anthropology 242. What I have done is I have taken my paper and taken each page and put it into a slide on PowerPoint. So I had about 7 pages, so there's about 7 slides. Well, there's actually 8, but that's because the last slide is just thanking you for watching. Anyways, so I went through and I highlighted or colored, each slide has a different color, words or phrases or sentences that I thought were important because I know that this is more about the presentation, so this way you don't have to go through and read everything if you don't want to, but you can kind of see the things that are highlighted that'll catch your eye and that'll help you understand my topic better. And I kept the background white because I didn't want it to be too flashy. I wanted you to be able to focus on what I was saying, but then I did add some pictures, not of my topic specifically, because my topic was benefits, so it's kind of hard to find pictures for, but just topics of things that can be related to Alaska Natives. So, as you can see, my topic for this paper was, are Alaska Natives receiving enough benefits from the state of Alaska and or the government? And then I define what I mean by benefits because that can mean so many different things. And then I have 2 different sides that I focus on for my paper. Those 2 sides are those who think Alaska Natives are getting the proper amount of benefits and those who think they are not. So that is my first page. My second page, I define benefits as medical and welfare. So medical can be anything from doctor's appointments, dentist visits, going to the orthodontist, stuff like that. What kind of benefits are Alaska Natives getting for those type of appointments or, surgeries or stuff like that. And then welfare, I mean things like food stamps or unemployment. And then I've also gone through and highlighted, right here it says, Alaska Natives are getting enough benefits from the state of Alaska. So that is the first side that I focus on for this paper. And my first source is a dear friend of mine who I've known my entire life named Raven Denny, who is Tlingit. And I highlighted what she said because she wasn't just providing me with facts, she was also providing me with how she felt on these specific things and what her personal views were on it. So I thought that was pretty cool because we were able to experience firsthand what someone who is Alaska Native and who does receive these benefits, what she gets and what she feels about what she gets, and it was very interesting. And then I also went through and I highlighted the information about the Tribal Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program because I actually thought this program was really cool, and it says here, formerly Aid to Families with Dependent Children program provides a variety of benefits and services to federally recognized tribes, American Indian, and Alaska Native families. Benefits may include child care assistance, job preparation, and work assistance. And the more you read about that program, it's just really cool, and it helps out so many Alaska Native families, so I really liked it. That's why I highlighted it. And then you can just see I have 2 pictures of mittens that were made by an Alaska Native lady, and then some boots, just because I thought that would be a little interesting. My third page, I start talking about unemployment a little bit, and money from the government, and then I discuss another thing, which is similar to what I just discussed, and this program is called IDEA, and the purpose of this program is to provide education and related services to Native American children with severe disabilities. And in order to qualify for this benefit program, you must be a Native American, American Indian, or American Indian. Your children must have a disability, and you or your family members must be federally recognized American Indian tribe or Alaska Native village. You must be a part of that. And I thought this one was really cool too because I am majoring in special education, and I know that it seems like there are never enough benefits for people, children, adults, anything with special needs. So this is really cool that this is for people with disabilities, but also specifically for Native Americans or American Indians. And then the second source that I use, or the second person that I used as a source for this paper is someone else that I've also known for a long time, Deborah Christensen, who is an OB nurse, and she is not Alaska Native, but she does see Alaska Natives on a daily basis, and she gets to talk to them about everything that's going on in their lives, and she sees a lot of what kind of benefits they have, what their insurance covers, what it doesn't cover. She says, being an OB nurse, I see a lot of Alaska Native families depending on these benefits that you have mentioned above, and they are very helpful. Almost all of the health care benefits allow them to deliver their baby for free, and without insurance that would cost thousands of dollars, which shows you just how great these benefits are. I think these benefits are more than enough for what Alaska Natives need. So she is agreeing that these benefits are great and that they're getting what they deserve, and she discusses how awesome these benefits are because, as she says, without it, they would be paying thousands of dollars out of pocket, which I'm sure they would not have. Most people don't have that. And then, partway through this page, I switched my focus to those who think that Alaska Natives are not receiving enough benefits and that they should be deserving more. And one of my sources said that the problem with a lot of these programs is that they are made for both American Indians and Alaska Natives. What we need are more programs for only Alaska Natives. And I believe his reasoning for that is that he was not saying that American Indians are not deserving, because of course they are, but he was saying that it would be better to have programs that are divided, some just for Alaska Natives and some just for American Indians, so that way they can go further, so Alaska Natives are getting more and the American Indians are getting more, but instead the two groups are getting clumped together, and so they're not really getting what they need. They're having to share a lot, and so they're not getting as much as they could possibly be getting. And then also, I went back to my friend Raven Denny, and she said, I know with the welfare benefits especially, that they don't last for a very long time, and the downside to that is sometimes it can be very hard to find work as an Alaska Native, especially if you live in a village. In the villages, there are limited jobs, so working there isn't an option for some people, and I have actually researched that a lot, and I find that very true, that living in villages, some villages have pretty much no jobs available, and others have very few jobs available, so it can be really hard for them to find work, even though they're going out and doing things like fishing and hunting and stuff. That doesn't really classify as work, so they really need the welfare that they can receive so they can have funding for their houses and everything like that. In the next page, I go back to a program that I mentioned before that helps people with disabilities, and I discuss how it is only for children, and it says once they hit 18 is when the program is not enough because it is no longer available. And I found that interesting, that the program that is aiding people with disabilities just stops helping them when they turn 18. I don't know why exactly they do that. I guess it's just focusing specifically on children, but it seems like that program could be a lot more beneficial to people if it didn't have a specific age limit, if it would last longer. And then I discuss a village called Tatilik. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly. But it is in southeast Alaska, and it pretty much depends entirely on government assistance, or on themselves personally, for food and housing. It has no stores and no on-village work, save for a handful of government jobs running its health clinic and school. And then, which I just thought that was very interesting, that there's really no jobs there for them. So then I was discussing it with one of my sources, Deborah Christensen, and she said, it's good that they have these benefits that allow them to come in the hospital and give birth and stuff like that, but maybe instead of having these benefits, the government should be building hospitals in these villages. That would open up jobs and make it so you don't have to travel as far to go to an actual hospital. She followed with, I think these benefits are good, but there is always room for improvement, especially because so many of these people depend completely on welfare. And I really agree with what she had to say, and thought if we were to build hospitals in these places, not only would it make it so much easier for people who are injured or giving birth or anything like that, but it would also, help better the economy, and it's opening up all these jobs for these people, which would just be so beneficial all around. The next page I discuss food stamps, and how even though many Alaska Natives do receive food stamps, the problem is a lot of their stores that they have there don't accept food stamps. Like, for example, they just have little gas station type stores that sell snacks and stuff like that, and frequently they do not accept food stamps. So what the Alaska Natives who receive food stamps that live in villages have to do is travel up to hundreds of miles away to stores that will accept their food stamps, But the problem with that is they frequently, in the winter, they will travel by snow machine, or in the summer by four-wheeler, which means they really have essentially no room for groceries. So, like, it's nice that they have these food stamps, but it's kind of there needs to be a lot of improvement there. And then, so I just discussed that this issue is kind of more of a lack of the resources, not the amount of funding. And then, so then I go down to say that these are the two sides of my paper, and the point of this paper was not to have a definite yes or no answer to are Alaska Natives receiving enough benefits from the state of Alaska and or the government. The point of this paper was just for all of us to hear the information that has been gathered from lots of different sources and decide for ourselves if we think that they are or they are not receiving enough benefits. And maybe even we don't know for sure yes or no what we think, but we can at least have a better understanding of these things, and we are all entitled to our own opinions, so there is no right or wrong answer. And then lastly, I say what we can do is pretty much what I just said, is gather information, as has been done, and form our own opinions as to whether or not we think Alaska Natives are receiving the proper amount of welfare and medical benefits from the state of Alaska and or the government. And then I just cite my references, and then my last page is thank you for watching my presentation of my final paper. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry that my voice is a little shaky. I'm a little nervous because I feel like I'm talking in front of the entire class, even though, I mean, I am, but I'm not at the same time because it's through a computer. I hope that you guys learned something new from this. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you were able to form your own opinion or just think about if Alaska Natives are personally, in your opinion, receiving enough benefits. Thanks, and I hope you guys had a great semester and a wonderful summer.